And Avery, I'm sorry, did you say when?
You have until 7:30, including time, including questions.
Okay. Okay. How's the sound now if I just stand like this? Is it definitely in the back row and everything? Yes, I can stand this far away? All right, I can be free. Okay, so I have to do where's Ellery? Ellery's exercise. Ground myself, breathe. Okay, I've got all that tree. I'm pleased to be here, and it's an honor to present with Ellery. What a great presentation. Very nice. So I want to speak tonight, too, about the healing of the feminine psyche. And I was talking to some people at the back table. Was it Bonnie Hoek? No, it was you, Pat. About meditation and trance, and that a lot of us have been involved in some form of meditation and some work with trance. And what I found in my work with people and with myself was that I would learn various methods and techniques, but I wouldn't be able to bring them to bear at the moment of need. So that when something very disturbing happened, anywhere from all the little computer and technological breakdowns that now can ruin your day, to someone saying something very cruel or shocking, or a family member doing something distressing, and so on, that the problem was to bring the meditation to bear at the exact moment of need. And I began working with my clients to do that, and I started to think of therapy integrating East and West, as I'm always interested in doing, as looking at helping people find the correct stance for any one moment. I'm very much not into diagnostics. I have an extreme bias against them. I am unhappy that the field bedded down with the psychopharmacological associations and the medical establishment. When that happened, I would say I shifted over from being the typical psychologist to being a healer, because I found more sustenance and meaning and relevance in helping people, not seeing them as defective in any way. I don't see people as defective. I see people as struggling with defective situations and a very difficult society and alienating cultures. And so I'm very interested in helping people rally the resources that they do have, mobilize and utilize those. When I was a young woman, I was trained by the father of hypnotherapy, Milton Erickson, for many years, and the father of structural family therapy, which I see some people nodding, and now when I speak to young clinicians, they've never heard of these people. So it's kind of like, when I used to talk about Doris Day, and it's like, how beautiful she was, and they go, eh? Yeah. So anyway, there you have it. And as a result of studying with these men as a young woman, I had to learn how to translate what I observed them doing into woman, and find a woman's way of doing what they did and a mother's way of doing what they did, because my work was not going to be like theirs. One of the things that was a cardinal feature to me of therapy that I didn't see in the male models of the day was that I look at therapy in a non-hierarchical manner. It's not a top-down thing. I talk across to my clients. We're equals. I say, I'm helping you now, someday you'll be helping me with something else. We're equals, but right now I'm helping you, you're coming to me for that. And I also look at therapy in a non-adversarial model. I don't come to take your symptoms away from you. I come for us to have a cooperative exchange with one another and to share and exchange. So this book that I'm writing about now focuses on how to help people get unstuck in the moment. And at the risk of sounding ridiculous, I will say that every page of this book is a consummation of a lifetime of experience, mine, my clients, and my teachers, and that it is a gift or a lesson from my heart to your heart, and that it is a stone that I wish to skip across the water before I depart. I want to share with you some verses from this book that is the verses that are particularly for women, and the book is particularly for women, but not exclusively for women. Men, it's also for your wives, lovers, and mothers, and friends. And there are 10 sections to the book, and there are 10 verses in each section. And again, I've never had an interest in normalcy or helping anyone to be normal. I've never really met anyone who would be considered normal who I found interesting. So again, I just want you to know where I'm coming from in my biases. So when I talk about finding the correct trance or the correct stance to be in the moment, I'm talking about how to ready ourselves to be in this moment, how to deal with this situation, which is one of a kind. For example, when you, this is for a moment when you feel that you've been giving and just giving and never getting anything back. What do you do? When you feel overly criticized or blamed or defensive in that moment, what do you do? When you feel that all you do is carry out functions and your life is feeling meaningless, what do you do? Okay, this is what this book is for. When you feel desperate or brokenhearted, it is in this moment that these verses are designed to help you enter a healing trance and find a stance that will help you deal with the moment. So be alone with me, and where we are doesn't really matter as I read to you from my pocket-sized medicine chest without any known side effects that are negative. No negative, will not damage your organs. Okay? And I hope that if you find a pretty place when I read a verse that you'll just stay there as I go on. And I hope you'll enjoy this as much as I wish, and I know that you'll get something out of it more than I can know. And I just realized I did all that without my reading glasses. I'm so proud of myself. Okay. So the first verse is, I want to read three verses from the section called The Gift. And this innocuous seeming first verse, it takes on really all the great world religions. It's a very simple verse, but if you think about it, it's got a little mind spin to it. And this is particularly for women. Giving, it's the opening verse of the book. Some say that to give is the greatest good. I say reciprocity is the higher form of love. If giving is good, isn't give and let give better? And I say this is particularly for women because we are raised to give and to sacrifice ourselves. And I don't know a woman who hasn't had to, in some way, struggle with that issue. And I realized late in life, and I hope you younger women will realize earlier in life, that if giving is good, isn't give and let give better? Why hoard all the giving? Okay? A second verse from the gift is the giver and the gift. And this is money back guaranteed. If you do this, you will never be defensive again. Okay? So if you're getting criticized by somebody and you follow this model, you will never feel defensive again. It's not a necessary thing. And I think, again, a lot of women feel criticized or take criticism hard or feel on the defensive or feel blamed a lot. And this is the stance to deal with it. And I call it the gift, even though I'm dealing about criticism, because criticism is to be received as a gift. I'll explain how that works. It's called the giver and the gift. When you are offered a criticism, leave that gift on the table so you can admire it from all angles before you decide whether to pick it up. Okay? Really, it's more before you decide whether to pick it up. Okay? So when you're offered a criticism, leave that gift on the table so you can admire it from all angles before you decide whether to pick it up. A gift may tell you more about the giver than about yourself. When my son was 4, he gave me for my birthday a shiny bright red truck. Often people give what they love best, or what they want or need. If there is love, it is in the act itself. I'm giving you this feedback because I love you and I want to help you. If there is love, it is in the act itself. You can always appreciate the act, thank you so much for your opinions, and decline the gift. Do you want me to read that one again, or did you get it, the drift? You got it? Okay. The third one is about expressing ourselves. I hear all the time, and I feel all the time like, how much should I say? I mean, what should I say? And should I say anything when somebody offends you or something has upset you? And this is the stance that I found for dealing with, figuring out what you want to say about something and whether you want to express yourself and to whom and how much. This really works well about expressing yourself. It's called On Being Unique, but it's about expressing yourself. Title, On Being Unique, and it's part of the gift. I am responsible for this body and this mind. I'm the leader of this community of trillions of cells. I must care for this collective, even if no one else cares. This bundle of talents and challenges, of pains and dreams, wrapped in a single skin, is unique. There never has been and never will be another entity exactly like mine. It is my right to express that fully, and then be silent and watch what happens. So you don't repeat yourself, but you do express yourself fully. And then, when you are silent, you're able to watch what happens. And you'll know how you were received. You'll know where you want to go from there. You'll know what further steps to take. It's in the watch what happens. Oops, as I aligned myself here. On relationships. This section is on relationships, and it's a lot about leaving abusive situations, and I don't know how many of you have ever been in one, or many. I'm familiar with them, and I grew up in one. Anyway, these are very important things with our clients as well to help them deal with, and this is what I have learned about the proper stance for leaving a destructive relationship. And again, like I said, each of these verses has taken a lifetime to come to. They sound simple, but each one is the consummation of a lifetime of experience. To leave a destructive relationship, you must first review all about it that was good. See, like a movie, on one side of your mind's eye, the embraces and the laughter. Have obsession sessions in which you review every detail in the archives of your cherished times. Then on the other side of your mind's eye, see the bad. Review each bruise and every tear. Now, show both movies at the same time, and serenity will bring you your decision. Afterward, you will miss your broken heart. The second one on relationship is, in the name of God or the name of love. Do not let anyone, in the name of God or love, separate you from yourself. Your integrity, your wholeness is God. It is love. When you are giving your best love, your head, your heart, and your sex say the same thing to you. How could you let anyone ask you to step aside from self-love in the name of love? And the third one is on what is uninteresting. And one of the things I've learned at my ripe old age is that it is best to find some things uninteresting. And I studied a lot of those things for years. I studied torture and evil and abuse, and I learned that there are some things that it is best to find uninteresting. It is best is a disinterest in certain things, such as to know why someone abused or was cruel to you, or why a ruler or a government turned evil. The question itself pulls you back into danger. Just hop on the next bus